about that. Begin to repeat, there is nothing my holiness cannot do. There is nothing my holiness cannot do.
There is nothing my holiness cannot do. Your holiness reverses all the laws of the world. It is beyond every restriction of time, space, distance, and limits of any kind. Your holiness is totally unlimited in its power because it establishes you as a son of God, at one with the mind of his creator.
Through your holiness, the power of God is made manifest. Through your holiness, the power of God is made available.
Wow.
There is nothing the power of God cannot do. Your holiness, then, can remove all pain, can end all sorrow, and can solve all problems. It can do so in connection with yourself and with anyone else. It is equal in its power to help anyone because it is equal in its power to save anyone.
If you are holy, so is everything God created. You are holy because all things He created are holy. And all things He created are holy because you are.
Mm.
In today's exercises, we will apply the power of your holiness to all problems, difficulties, or suffering in any form that you happen to think of in yourself or in someone else. We will make no distinctions because there are no distinctions.
So today we do 4 longer practice periods, each preferably to last a full 5 minutes. Repeat the idea for today. Close your eyes and then search your mind for any sense of loss, unhappiness of any kind as you see it. Try to make a little distinction as possible between situations that is difficult for you and one that is difficult for someone else. Identify the situation specifically and also the name of person concerned. Use this form of applying the idea for today. So let's do this. In situation involving my son, in which I see myself, there is nothing my holiness cannot do. So let's do this first round because there are 2. So anybody wants to jump in and reveal the situations they find themselves in and apply the lesson.
In this situation involving me not belonging, there is nothing my holiness cannot do.
In which I see myself,
In this situation in which I see myself not belonging,
there is nothing my holiness cannot do.
there is nothing my holiness cannot do.
Yeah. There's one thing I'd like to point, always follow exactly how it's written, because your mind is going to slightly change it for its benefits, you know? So really stick to, because it's so specifically designed to dislodge the structures that were made from separation. Give us another one. Or even try the same thing again, but absolutely as is.
In this situation involving myself,
Mm-hmm.
not belonging, in which I see myself,
Yeah.
There is nothing my holiness cannot do.
Exactly.
Um,
Beautiful. Ah. Go.
Okay. In the my pain in the back, in which I see myself, there is nothing that my holiness cannot do.
Beautiful.
In the situation involving Tom, in which I see myself, there is no thing that my holiness cannot do.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Let's do two more.
In this situation involving my body discomfort in which I see myself, there is nothing that my holiness cannot do.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. One more.
In this situation involving me not being able to do a project or not being able to finish it on time, in which I see myself, there is nothing my holiness cannot do.
Mm. Beautiful.
In the situation involving Chantal being separate, in which I see myself, there is nothing that my holiness cannot do.
Mm-hmm. Now, these practices also involve if you observing someone going through something. Yeah. So, for example, in a situation, I'll just use an example involving in a situation involving, let's say, my son, in which he sees himself, there is nothing my holiness cannot do.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So have a look what's happening in your life of some other people going through stuff and then apply it. Because who is seeing that and who is magnetizing that to himself or herself? Yeah.
In the situation involving my neighbor, in which she sees herself,
Mm-hmm.
there is no thing my holiness cannot do. Wow.
Yeah. Yes. Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Situation involving my mother's trappedness, in which she sees herself. There is nothing my holiness cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
In this situation involving my son experiencing embarrassment and anxiety around myths in which he sees himself.
Mhm.
There is nothing my holiness cannot do.
In the situation involving my wife, in which she sees herself, there is nothing my holiness cannot do.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So from time to time, you may want to vary this procedure and add some relevant thoughts of your own. You might like, for example, to include thoughts such as, there is nothing my holiness cannot do because the power of God lies in it. There is nothing my holiness cannot do because the will of God lies in it. I'm going to come up with some examples, variants.
In the situation involving my daughter, in which she sees herself, there is nothing my holiness cannot do, because the power of love lies in it.
Wow. Anyone else that would like to continue reading the rest of the exercise?
From time to time, you may want, oh, am I doing it the wrong place?
Yeah, just go to the next one.
Sorry, my love. Introduce whatever variations appeal to you, but keep the exercise focused on the theme. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. The purpose of today's exercise is to begin to instill in you a sense that you have dominion over all things because of what you are.
Oh, can you read that again, please? The purpose.
Introduce whatever variations appeal to you, but keep the exercise focused on the theme. There is no thing my holiness cannot do. No thing my holiness cannot do. The purpose of today's exercises is to begin to instill in you a sense that you have dominion over all things because of what you are. Would you like me to continue?
Yeah, maybe just finish it off, take us home.
In the frequent shorter applications, apply the idea in its original form, unless a specific problem concerning you or someone else arises or comes to mind. In that event, use the more specific form in applying the idea to it.
Mm. There is nothing my holiness cannot do.
In the situation involving being honest and authentic and in touch with my feelings, there is nothing my holiness cannot do.
So true. Thank you, darlings. Remember to do 4 practice periods. And particularly if you, during the day, when you do whatever chores you have to do and things, remember to apply it to the situations that are actually occurring. And watch what happens. All right, guys, see you in 24 hours. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much, not so much. Love you so much.
Mwah, mwah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lots of love. Love you.
Bless you, bless you, bless you.
Thank you.
Blessings.
There is nothing your holiness cannot do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Blessings.
Bye-bye.